educated on when it comes to just the simple spices and the herbs that you use with your cooking, like turmeric. You know, turmeric is good to add to your chicken. Even if you bake a chicken, you might add a little bit of turmeric on top. Cloves, all these different herbs that you think are just flavors. If you can, you might, with wisdom, incorporate a particular herb because it gives you a certain benefit.
Yeah, hey, turmeric is the most researched herb. They got over 4,000 studies on turmeric, and on how it helps for cancer, inflammation, helps you sleep, anxiety. You know, yeah, exactly.
And there's always alternatives you can use. You know, there's all these different information. Now, why don't they teach that in schools? Have a understanding of the different herbs and all that stuff, man, and how they operate. Because they don't want the people to know that information, because then they could start, healing themselves.
Hey, even you have people who treat STDs with turmeric, man, and black pepper.
Let me tell you something, man. Them old school Jake was like that, man. Yeah. My granddad's age group, man, they were bushmasters. You understand what I'm saying?
That's real. That's
them
wisdom.
man dealt with bush. Them man didn't know nothing about no tablet. Them man, any ailment you had, you went to one of the elders, and them man would be like, all right, no worries. They will go out into the bush, and they'll come back with a bitters or a herb or something like that, and they'll deal with you. I remember one time, I bust up my shin, and I was complaining, crying like a little girl to my granddad. You know, cause the thing hurt, blood. I ain't gonna lie. It hurt, yeah. And my cousin was like, alright. And he went out into the bush, and he got this one bush, and he lit it, heat up the bush, and then he got the alcohol, rubbed the alcohol on my leg, slapped it on, and it was all hot. And then literally after he took it off, I didn't feel no pain, Rasta.
That's wisdom.
That's wisdom. But you see the paracetamol and the ibuprofen and all that.
Come on, man.
No, so you said something. You said that you always have an alternative, because you mentioned the Scottish wildflower honey has similar properties to like the Manuka honey.
Yeah. The Scottish wildflower is almost as good as the Manuka honey.
But one significantly more expensive than the other.
That's how it is. If you're smart, you can. Sometimes there's always a cheaper alternative that's just almost as good. You know what I'm saying?
Garlic.
That does the same thing. It's probably
That's actually like paracetamol.
Yeah, because it's called
Allicin.
Allicin is the main ingredient for paracetamol, comes from garlic.
There you go. So you see what I'm saying? But how many people will know that? They're educated to the
stinks.
They say cayenne pepper can stop the heart.
Cayenne pepper's good for your blood.
Thins your blood.
And it also stops bleeding too.
Yeah.
If you put it on topically.
Yeah.
There's different virtues, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cayenne pepper. Let him finish his precept over here.
Genesis.
Weren't you reading the precept just now?
I finished my Wisdom Solomon.
Oh, you finished it. Okay, you read that. And then
And you asked for Genesis chapter
129. Yeah, and hold 9 and 3 as well. Well, after that, go on.
Ecclesiasticus 8 and 4.
Just a simple thing like food. Like Esau's violated a simple thing like eating. Now, how basic is that? How basic is eating? That's a basic of life, right? A principle of life. And people can't even get that right. And Esau's he's acting like he needs to be awarded. The people in your countries are dying because they're not eating correct. And Esau's proud of himself. Like you can't even get the basics of life correct, my man. You fucked up, dude. Shit.
The basis of men.
But he's enlightened everyone. How?
Yeah.
How, Sway? Go on.
Ecclesiasticus 38 and 4. The Lord has created medicine out of the earth, and he that is wise will not bow them.
There's medicines already growing throughout the earth, man. People should be trading in herbs. Because there's different herbs from different regions that some might be more potent or whatever the case may be. Hey, I'll tell you, even cocaine is useless, man. Yeah. Cocaine, the cannabis. But we don't be abusing. But all those herbs were created for a reason. Every herb has its use. I believe cocaine is a painkiller, right?
And
also an energy booster.
And a stimulant,
And a stimulant to energy boost. Now Esau then, grinded it down into a powder and start abusing it, man. Going in hard, Denzel Washington style. Right? Fly it through. He was going in full lines. But it's right, heroin is another thing, the milk of the poppy. That's where if a man busts himself up in the field and he's crying like a little girl, you get the milk of the poppy and you put it and it eases the pain.
Hey, in Turkey, you know what they do? They actually have an oil of the poppy seed, and you take it underneath your tongue, it help you sleep. You know, when I came here, you know what I mean. But you know, and
But it has its use.
it has its
But then
uses.
there's
anxiety, sleep.
but then if you abuse it now,
If you abuse it,
then it's a whole different thing. So there's use and then there's abuse. Every herb on the earth, Esau will have it like, let's just be honest, man. You ain't supposed to, a man ain't supposed to be walking down the road here and man like, yo, dog, where up there, Jin? Yo, you pick that. Man up. Really, when you think about it now, drug dealing, the whole thing is a wicked thing. But when you really think about it, like, man's getting arrested for something that come out the fucking earth, brethren.
and he's getting stomped out. You know?
Like some cannabis. No, we're not saying, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to be running around smoking weed all day, burning your brain out, because that's what will happen. But if a man just is in possession of some cannabis, man make man into a criminal.
You get 20 years in jail.
Yeah, and it grows in the earth, man.
Oh, it's deep because now you got a load of Edomites making hella cash from the cannabis as well.
Come on,
That's
man.
how slick they
Hey,
are.
because the cannabis oil, people that got ailments, and there's
Mental
also
illnesses as
people that don't eat. What's it called? You got a problem with your appetite. Cannabis can help you with your appetite, man. We're not going to deny that. You know, so you can't arrest a man for having a cannabis. He could be using it correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
For the
Esau.
service of man.
They just overdo it. Like.
You know what?
Yeah, but you got to use it the right way,
Righteousness.
man. You got to use it the right way. Use it for the proper use, and don't use it. Don't abuse it.
I was precept on that.
Like wisdom.
Apply wisdom, innit? So that's not. Don't, GMS London said you could go take crack and all it. Nah, like that's obviously not. But what I'm trying to tell you is the cocaine plant ain't evil. There's a use. The Lord could put it
Oh,
on
Sirach
earth.
39, all things.
There's a balance,
If you
man.
make food that's too spicy, have a soup and it's too spicy, you can put tomato in it, or lemon juice in it, or even a bit of sugar, and that will bring down the spice.
Potato. Potatoes in the thing as well.
Even
Yeah.
poisonous things might have their uses, man.
Oh, yeah. Certain poisons actually get used in medicine.
Yeah.
Even a leech can be used in medicine, man.
Turpentine.
But Esau knows that because you go to the forest somewhere, get a snake, take the venom, and then extract it and make some shit out of it.
Can't another venom,
Yeah.
another
Yeah,
poison.
yeah.
Esau
So
knows
everything
that.
has its use, man. Everything has its virtue, man. Every wood has a, whether it's for building, whether it's for the incense. There's multiple uses on a lot of different. Even the animals make use of different things, man. Man, this world
Can
is
I-
so much if you use it in wisdom. But Esau, man.
Can I grab just a quick one on the money?
Yeah.
Sorry, it says Sirach 39, and I'm gonna start from 32. Therefore, from the beginning I was resolved and thought upon these things, and I've left them in writing. All the works of the Lord are good, and He will give every needful thing in due season, so that a man cannot say this is worse than that. For in time they shall be all be well approved.
Right, you might have a
That's going to
herb.
be in the kingdom.
You might have a herb that you abhor, man. Maybe it don't smell right, it don't taste right, until you get that ailment, and then you find out that's what you need. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because some herb ain't, I ain't gonna lie, there's certain things that I don't like, man. You know what I mean?
Spirulina, man.
But guess what? If you need it, you need
You
it.
cut it off. You like spirulina?
Yeah, that black seed oil, that shit's bitter, but as soon as you take that, it does what it needs to do inside your.
Black seed oil made from cumin. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Black cumin, they call it Nigella seeds also.
tastes
as
like
well,
That's what it needs
Yeah,
to
same-
do inside
same
your
thing.
intestines.
I
Yeah.
cook with cumin all the time.
yeah. Well, it's cleared my bowl patch, man.
Use it for your hair, all
Yeah.
that shit.
Shit, I mean, he's going to grow a beard for me. I need that, boy. You got that?
For real, huh? Hey, that's why in the kingdom it's gonna be beautiful, because all this information and this knowledge is just gonna be out there, man. And that's part of life. That's part of living, man. To master our surroundings, to master our environment, man, and use everything to its proper degree. You know, just understanding things like, you know, and it's beautiful searching things out, searching out the virtues of different trees and different stones and different crystals and how to use them, how not to use them. Man, colors even is, you know.
Yeah, bro, did the set the videos lights.
Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known?
Yeah, that's the you brought that out innit? That what's it called, meringue or what's the name of that?
Moringa powder and all that.
Moringa seeds.
Is that the one that cleanses
Yeah,
the
yeah,
water?
yeah. It's a seed. You just literally get it.
It's green, isn't it?
You get it, and but it's actually
got
a
the
seed.
powder.
There's a seed you get. You
Oh,
just
shit, I think
literally
I've actually got that, you
Got the
know.
powder at
I've
home,
got the
yeah.
powder in my yard.
flush it, and
green,
you
innit?
basically stir it in water,
Yeah, they
and
just,
it takes out the impurities that absorbs it in the seed,
just drink
and
it.
it's filtered. You know,
Okay, see?
it's cheap too. It's like £15 eBay, man.
also gives you an energy boost as well. the powder.
Energy boost, and it also cleans out your gut, man. And when you take that boy, it cleans out the next day.
You feel it like
You actually feel it, man. It's like, shit.
God. Yeah, that's what you doing. Shit.
Yeah. But that's in the scriptures.
You got Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis.
Moringa power seeds.
This is Genesis, the first chapter, so it's like Genesis 1 and 29. And the power said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so.
That's right. And then you go to Genesis, the 9th chapter, with 9 and 3.
This is Genesis 9 and
For
3.
you vegans.
Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall you not eat. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Who's
That's it on that. So, you could eat meat, but obviously you gotta. If you don't eat meat, it's not. There's nothing wrong with that.
Unless
you
it's the
can't judge a man.
Passover.
It's the Passover. But you can't judge a man according to that because it's a man's choice what you want to eat.
Yeah.
And everything is your choice within the confines of the law.
Yeah.
Like, as long as the food is clean, a man can eat it or not eat it according to his delight. Some man might not like chicken. You might have to check man's lineage, but like, he might not like chicken. Like, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
A lot of
Some brothers don't like fish. Like, well, they say they don't like fish. It better not be a Benjamin, but they say they
I
don't
never
like
heard
fish.
Benjamin don't like fish.
A little brother said they won't eat no locusts, but you can eat it.
Mate, I was trying to get some with eBay and add honey on that. I'm being serious. I was going to cook that in my frying pan.
But there's gonna be a whole bunch of locusts on the market soon.
Yeah, it's just flat in the sky. You just come with a white flash. Take some.
That's why we need the kingdom, man. Someone get 2 Peter 3 and 9.
Well, quick one. Proverbs 22 and 17. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing that if thou keep them with thee, they shall withal be fitted in thy lips, that thy trust may be in the Lord Yahweh. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. Have I not written to thee excellent things in counsels and knowledge, that I might make thee known. That's like that I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mayest answer the words of truth unto them that thou mayest answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee.
Break down.
Yeah, man. Well, the Heavenly Father, man, He's given us the scriptures as a guide, like brothers have been saying, in regards to making sure that we're living correctly, eating the right foods, making sure that really and truly, the Bible is a guidebook to life, man. In order to and it teaches you. The Bible's pretty much got an answer for everything, man. In any sort of like problematic situation, or you know what I mean, the foundation.
They used to say that,
Genesis,
basic
basic information
yeah,
before you
hold
leave
that. I want to
Earth.
get that, but first I want to get Genesis 2.
Well, it's a schoolmaster.
Yeah, like the Book of Sirach. The Book of Sirach.
Yeah.
Because when I read that, I was like, yo, this got every answer for everything.
Yeah, bro. That book,
The
boy.
Book of Sirach has got answer for it.
Psalms, Proverbs.
Yeah.
This is Genesis 2 and 8. And the Lord Yahweh planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed.
That's right. Now, what is Eden? What does Eden mean? Paradise. So this earth that we live in, believe it or not, it's a fucking paradise, man. Like, when you really break it down, when you really analyze, this earth is filled with everything we could possibly need. Everything.
Yeah.
Like everything you need, we need. It ain't like, oh, we're lacking something that we gotta get in a spaceship and go to another planet. When you're talking about wood in abundance, there's wood,
Everything.
there's animals galore. Like sometimes I'll be there thinking and like, like you think about like a cashew, how you get cashew nuts. You're thinking you could go into a store, right? And pretty much any store you go into, there'll be like packs of fucking cashew nuts. All that shit came off a tree, but you can't even put your mind to really analyze the amount of production that's going on in the earth, blood. The earth is filled full of goodness, man. It's got marble galore, fucking granite, gold, silver. Everything we need is here. It's like the Most High he didn't forget nothing. He didn't drop nothing that's lacking. Land galore. There's land galore. There's only one problem, and that's righteousness, man. That's the only thing that's lacking in the earth. The only thing that's lacking in the earth is righteousness and faith. That's the only thing. Cause you break it down, man. This is a look, man. This is a paradise, man. When I first come to England, you know when you come from an island, you try to violate like, yo, England. Listen, you say that because you're from London, innit? And even when you go down Richmond's pretty nice, man. That area up there is pretty nice. But if you're from like, you know, like Dagenham or some shit, like, or some fucking nasty ass fucking ghetto area, then you think of England, you're thinking, yeah, this is dread. Then you get on, then you like, what opened my eyes when I went Lake District,
Wales,
and I'm like,
Tenby.
You're like,
yo, damn, this is nice. They got, or even when I went Wales, there was some nice. Tenby was nice. The other place I went to down Merthyr down the Brecon Beacons, and you got hills where you see little streams flowing down, like little tiny little streams flowing down. It's all green and lush, and you got sheep there, and you're like, yo, this is actually kind of beautiful, man. The ambiance, I'm digging it, man.
In Turkey, I couldn't believe my eyes, bro. No, with the waterfall, and I was like, yo, man.
Bro, there's so many beautiful things in this earth that you can appreciate. Even the winter wonderlands. There's beauty in the snow. There's beauty in the desert. There's things in the, you know, so this place is a paradise. It's got everything we want, man. But Esau's made it look like, oh, there's too many people. You know, Esau's got everyone thinking there's too many people. Oh, there's not enough. Bro, there's plenty. There's more than plenty. Africa alone, like, is South America, like this abundance, man. America itself is abundance.
Oregon and all of them places there, just like mountains and.
When you go to the whole of the Canada, Amazon, it's Edomites.
Yeah.
So everywhere's Edomites. They're living good, but you stay over there in London. You know, get
well, here, you got Edomites whose house is there, man.
On the back of forests and shit.
You have Edomites who count this as their garden, man.
So we gotta understand that, man. We gotta broaden our mind frame and understand that the Most High is good. The Most High actually created a place for us to live, and there's nothing lacking here. There's nothing. There's absolutely every disease has a cure. There has to be. The Most High didn't provide nothing lacking. It ain't funny like there's actually a herb that treats damn near everything that you got wrong with you. There's not an accident. The Most High set it up that way. There's so much variety of fruit. You go into Asda and you think that's fruit. Bro, there's fruit, that like this earth has got fruit. So many delicacies.
I love this thing, man. There's a blue banana called a Java banana, and it tastes like ice cream and vanilla. And it only grows in like high up climates, of cold climates up in mountains. So it's hard to get, but when you get it, it's a blue banana, you open it, people that eat it, it's like soft ice cream, man.
And it's supposed to, so then the Most High made it where it's like a tree. And then the Lord made it where if you have too much of something, right? If you have too much of something, it becomes nothing to you. So the Most High invented seasons. I mean, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
That's a drop the mic right there.
Even between day and night, different creatures.
That's a drop the mic right there.
Day and night is even different.
That was a bad
when we used to have back home, when we had the mango season, I used to eat mango till it got done. You might make some jam or something, but then you don't have mango for a while. But they're supposed to be like that.
When
it comes round again,
you get that mango.
You know what's funny? In Ghana, the other fruit, right? It's red. If you eat it, it makes
can give some space.
anything you eat taste nice. It's a food. It's a fruit that's a taste enhancer. So a person can eat fucking cayenne pepper. It's like
Tastes like
cayenne pepper sugar. Like, you know,
That's a sort of fruit.
Yo, that's crazy.
yeah.
That's ambrosia, man.
Oh,
That's the food of the gods. Hey, that's bad, man. The Most High, come on. The Most High is... It's so much going on out here, man. Sometimes I try and like go into M&S food market and try and find them little exotics, you know what I mean? We try a different fruit that you ain't tried before, man. But come on, man. There's so many different things, so many different varieties out there, man.
You know, it's funny. It's called a miracle fruit.
Wow.
Because it just makes anything taste nice, and it was banned by the FDA.
Oh, man. See? Look at that. Now that's useful because you might have a child that they need to eat something, but they don't like eating it. You give them that fruit and then they'll eat it. This is the Most High thought of everything.
Can I get a quick precept? It's Psalms 145 verse 3 says, "Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised, and His greatness is unsearchable."
Yeah.
Most High really catered to everybody, man. Sorted out everything, man.
made everything perfect.
You know?
But they gave us the lamb that make the wool. You know what I'm saying? Like the flax. You got the flax as well to get the clothing. So we could clothe ourselves. There's so many different type of fabrics out there. It's ridiculous, man. Varieties is out there. Huh?
Linen for the hot.
Linen, yeah. You got the linen.
Precepts. Sirach 39 and 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing.
And wheat is grass, did you know that?
Yeah.
Wheat is actually grass. It's funny, man. Wheat and barley.
And that's why you have
Man, that shows you what the iron
Wheat
thing is.
grass
You use
powder.
iron from day.
The iron is because you need iron for tools and things like that. It's very useful. Mentioned there
barley grass.
Fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey.
salt is very important. You get all different type of salt, the minerals.
Pink Himalayan. Irish sea salt.
Honey, milk, blood of the grape.
Milk, see, I don't want to. Hey, milk is hella useful, man. Milk is hella nutritious.
There's different type of milk as well. It's not just almond milk, there's rice milk, there's coconut milk. Variety, man.
What else was there?
Blood of the grape.
Yeah, fair.
You've got to have that. To make our hearts merry.
Bro, that's deep. If you think about it, like alcohol and wine actually, it alters your state of mind. Like, when you think about it, that's like
Oh, get that in the scripture. Wine was made to make man glad.
yeah.
But then the scripture says you gotta have
balance, temperance.
Yeah.
That's deep, man.
Especially Edomites, Karen and them, because they be getting a little for your stomach.
Well, that's actually is mentioned in the Apocrypha that if you drink too much wine, it's filled with rage.
Yeah,
and
and then
your
you
thoughts, you start being rash. So everything's in the scriptures, man.
Hey, and the Most High made it where it's all so much different. Like we got them connoisseurs of liquor that come through to the camp. And then, you know, hey, there's so many different types of liquor you can make. Even the grape, it has to be grown in a particular place or it won't even taste the same. Man, the Most High, look, man, the Most High gave, the point I'm trying to make is, the Most High gave us paradise. There's only two things that's lacking. And the two things that are lacking are not physical. They're not according to the flesh. The two things that are lacking are spiritual, faith and righteousness. These things are spiritual.
One more verse on this. It says, all these things are good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil.
Yeah, that's it, man. So abusing. Things become, that's how things, and Esau is all about abusing shit. Everything he gets hold of, it becomes abused. Everything becomes used for evil.
He's as hell and cannot be satisfied. He's out there just doing all kind of madness.
Precept. What's that fish that you spoke about one time that basically got farmed to extinction?
Oh, it didn't get farmed. It got the orange toffee.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Esau found these orange toffee. Like there was like a particular depth, and it was just billions of these fuckers down there. And it tastes good. It was good to eat. So these motherfuckers just was grabbing the shit out of the ocean, and it got to a point where it was so much down there. They were bringing it out. and then it was just ending up on fucking what they call landfill. But they didn't give a fuck because he was selling enough to make money. So just get it out, put it on landfill. Then it turns out it takes like 70 years to reproduce or some shit. So that amount that they had was built up over like fucking thousands of years since Adam, you know what I mean? They've been building this shit. And then man just depleted the whole thing to the damn thing and it got extinct. Now if they'd have taken enough instead of just taking so much, they were landfilling the shit. They were taking so much that people weren't even eating it. They were just landfilling that shit, man. This just shows you Esau is abusive to nature, man.
But that's why Scripture says in Ecclesiastes 10, in due time we'll set over when it's profitable, man.
And we can have some of that orange toffee.
Yeah, man.
Tired of man meant to give it rest, man.
Yeah,
so they can get time for it to, do its thing, man. To give it
the Lord made enough land where you could do that. And then the land is bountiful. Man, Esau's a prick. Anyway, go on. Yeah, go on.
This is Isaiah 24, verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
So the earth is actually working against us. The animals, the pests, so many pestilence, mosquito, everything's working against us, man. And it's because of the iniquity. These things, everything's supposed to be in harmony with each other, but it's like everything's out of balance, everything's working against us, man.
So it says the earth waxes old as well.
Yeah.
It's being abused, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's getting done out like a prosy out here, man. It's done out, man.
And also Genesis, it speaks of when Esau comes into rulership, going back as a serpent, saying he shall eat up dust. So basically, what's that talking about? When he does what he reaps, sows and reaps, you ain't gonna get the benefit of the land.
Yeah, it says that.
So it's like,
It's getting killed, man.
there's a whole science behind it. The Lord says it straightforward, like you're gonna reap dust, but there's a whole lot to it.
Yeah, it's spiritual, man. Everything's out of whack. The sun and everything, the Lord ain't blessing. Like you got the grand solar minimum. You can see that shit happening, man. Everything's fucking getting colder or freak weather. Like that rain that we just had, man. That shit was serious, man. You know?
The shift of the magnetic, I forgot the solar.
And it's showing you Esau's such a liar because now they're commissioning more icebreakers, but they've been telling the whole world that the ice is disappearing. So why are you commissioning more icebreakers if the ice has been disappearing? That proves they were fucking lying the whole time, man. But anyway, let's get this precept real quick. 2 Peter's, man. That's why we want the kingdom of heaven, man. Because what's all this Black Lives Matter? How Black Lives Matter gonna address all this shit? Even if Esau did make us equal, how would that address all this fucking crap, man? The fact that the man's destroying the planet, genetically modified. Why the fuck do we need to genetically modify anything, man?
Yeah, come on, man.
We got animals now. We already had a method of increasing the productivity of different animals and things. We had a method of doing that. That's what farming was all about. Jacob was doing that. Get this cow, gender in the cows. That's how you get your cow that gets maximum milk, or you know what I'm saying, man.
That's why it says about he that has little leisure shall become wise. And in the examples that was given, it says it goes through a blacksmith sit and talk about this, and a farmer will talk. Why? Because they're basically refining their trade. Their trade.
But that's what the farmers have been doing.
Yeah.
That's how you get like an orange tree that just creates nice juicy oranges.
Yeah.
The farmers had to select for that. Okay, get it from this tree, that tree there, and then you end up with a good stock of seed, a good race. You know what I'm saying? They were already doing that, man. Now Esau's trying to circumvent all the hard work that it comes into husbandry and just say, I'm gonna genetically modify that shit and add in a fish, salmon, and
Don't worry about the seed. Make some more.
Why do we need that, man?
Yeah, well, that's why according to the law, when you farm a land, after a certain period of time, you're just supposed to just go away for a year and let it just gain its strength back.
And even
but Esau farmed the same land to oblivion, man.
Yeah. Even the first fruit, you can't touch it.
Yeah, yeah.
First line of fruit, you gotta leave it be.
Yeah.
So that shows I don't know the depth of it, but there's a process. The Most High laid it out.
Yeah.
Say like, look.
And that's discipline too.
Think about it.
Discipline
If you have
as
a
well.
really good harvest, you just like.
That's
nah,
trust.
you know?
That's discipline and trust, because you know the next harvest is the Lord's gonna bless it, man. But Esau, man, he's just an asshole, man. And to make money. You know, what's this obsession with making money, man? We're on an earth full of abundance anyway, man. This is the dumbest thing about it. Everything's about making money, but like, come on, man.
so
Like, it's
much,
really, when you really think about it, it's dumb. So
buy
you're
the
willing
things
to
that you
destroy
grow
the
and
planet
make
to make money, some paper.
Peters. This is 2 Peter 3:9.